Kawhi Leonard ruined DeMar DeRozan summer. The Spurs traded Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors for DeMar DeRozan very early on Wednesday, ending one of the NBA's last big summer dramas and creating another. Kawhi didn't have Toronto on his target list, but one suspects he'll like it just fine, with the caveat that we know little about new coach Nick Nurse's pro style. DeRozan, meanwhile, was absolutely heated about what he seems to feel is shabby treatment by the Raptors, who had apparently recently told him he wouldn't be traded this summer. It's now cliché to point out that because players have no expectation of loyalty from teams, that teams should have no expectation of loyalty from players. But it's true. The Spurs were mighty sore over Kawhi's trade request, the team's treatment of him in its press release announcing the trade was so petty, and DeRozan is mighty sore over the Raptors' late reversal. Everyone should be mad. Trade requests, free agency exits, and trades themselves are incredibly disruptive. Other than injury, it's the biggest downside in high-level pro sports. Anyways, so he wrote about the Raptors betting on their culture and trading for Kawhi. I wrote that Toronto is risking everything and nothing. Bruce Arthur also wrote about Toronto's bet. Eric Careen on loyalty and DeMar. Connor McCreary wonders how long the Raptors will have Kawhi. Christian Winfield has 11 winners and losers from the trade. Zach Lowe breaks down the whole deal from all angles. Michael C. Wright wrote about the Spurs' strangely uncertain future. The major salary cap ramifications of the trade for the Raptors. Dan Devine on the prospect of Kawhi sitting out the season. Liz Carnage. Liz Cambage, the Australian Dallas Wings All-Star center, broke the WNBA record for points in a game with 53 in a Tuesday matinee. But it was better than a mere league record. It was one of the most efficient high-scoring game in modern American pro basketball history. Matt Allentuck has 7 memorable plays from the performance. Swish appeals, Christine M. Hopkins lays it all out. Chris Herring breaks down how Cambage broke the record. And then a day after breaking the record, Cambage laced into the WNBA for calling itself the best women's basketball league in the world without actually living up to that standard. She's on fire, y'all. Links galore. Cambage didn't even have the best WNBA highlight of Tuesday, though. That honor goes to this unreal half-court buzzer beater for the win on the road from the Dream's Tiffany Hayes. What a brutal way for the Sun to lose, especially to a former UConn star. Albert Lee writes that this is the most competitive WNBA season ever. All hail Candace Parker. As I mentioned Tuesday, the WNBA has changed up its All-Star format. The 22 All-Stars were announced late Tuesday, and Parker and Alina Della Dunn were named captains. Maya Moore actually had the votes to be a captain, but passed on the honor. Interesting. CP3 and Ed are drafting teams from the All-Star pool to be announced late Thursday. Matt Allentuck did a mock draft and I'm dying just thinking about Parker Moore Taurasi versus Ed Stewart Skylar. Underrated piece of the Kawhi deal. Masai Ujiri pulled it off while hanging out with Barack Obama in Kenya. Ricky O'Donnell ranked the 9 most impressive rookies at Summer League. The NBA changed its referee hiring process for Summer League and ended up with a record number of women officials. Tyler Tynes on the allure of Magic Johnson mentoring LeBron on and off the court. Sirat Sohi on the NBA's dip into augmented reality to boost the fan experience. After backtracking on a deal with the Sixers, saying he'd play in Europe instead, Nemanja Bjelica is now talking Turkey with the Kings. What's happening over there, Philly? Players lashed out at the Raptors over DeRozan's treatment. I will only accept takes from this octogenarian fan from now on. And finally, RIP to the most beautiful teammate friendship in the NBA between DeRozan and Kyle Lowry.